It was just as big as she was. It's in a little red wagon.
Good thing your muffler was okay. Hold on. Morning, Bob and Tom show.
Hi, Bob and Tom.
Hello.
Hey, I heard y'all talking about my bomb that they took away.
Yeah. Who's this?
This is Bill.
Is this Bill
Bill.
Morgan, Adele's dad?
Yeah.
Ah.
I felt so sorry for the little girl because we'd taken her bomb away.
Uh-huh.
So, I went ahead and got her some other toys to play with.
Oh, that's
really?
nice. What'd you get her?
I bought her some baby scorpions.
Nice.
And I bought her a real cute little rattlesnake.
Did you really?
Cutest little thing you ever seen.
That's very nice.
And I got her some razor blades to play with.
What a guy.
I'm hoping next show and tell will be real nice.
I'll bet it will be.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what?
Howdy, get away from it. I gotta go.
Get the snake
You know,
away
for
from
the-
Daddy.
For the first time, the jury in the O.J. case hearing of physical evidence linking the ex-football star to the murders of Nicole and Ron Goldman. A police crime lab tech says blood found on a sock recovered from O.J.'s bedroom did match the blood type of Nicole Brown Simpson. Gregory Matheson's testimony marks the first time the jury's hearing scientific evidence directly linking O.J. to the June 12th slaying.
Well, speaking of O.J., we have from Current Affair, Mike Watkiss on the phone. Mike, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing great. How you doing?
Great, thanks.
Good.
You went on a little trip recently, didn't you?
I just got back from, a couple of trips. Just got back from El Salvador looking for Rosa Lopez.
Yeah, Mike, I saw that and I was laughing so hard.
Glad to hear that.
I guess
Doesn't sound like you were laughing.
I know that you don't usually do comedy per se, Mike, but
No, we do a little shtick every now and again, and that was kind of the El Salvadoran shtick.
I guess. How was El Salvador?
It was, it was actually, I've been all over the world with this show, and it was one of the best trips I've ever had. The people were lovely. The country, after many years of civil war, is actually a beautiful place, and I had a great time.
Did you ever
Really?
find Rosa Lopez?
Yeah, Rosa was in her house. She just never came out.
Oh, really?
Took her flowers. I did with the best I could. Tried to lay a little charm out, and Rosa saw right through me. Saw right through it, and she wanted nothing to do with us.
Should have
Maybe shows good sense on Rosa's part, I guess.
You should have wore a blonde wig and told her you were from Court TV.
Yeah.
I'd have probably done the job.
Mike Watkiss from Current Affair is on the phone with us. What else is going on with you guys, Mike?
Well, we're covering O.J. all the time, and we're keeping our eye on Oklahoma City. Tonight we're showing some more of O.J. and Nicole's wedding video.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping our eye on Paula Barbieri moving out of Los Angeles, and as you guys were just mentioning, yesterday it was a real significant day. It didn't, it wasn't the most dramatic. There weren't a lot of fireworks in court, but yesterday it will be remembered because this case turned a corner. It actually became a murder trial yesterday because for the first time we got evidence that directly linked O.J. Simpson with the killing of those two people.
Mm-hmm.
Before this, we talked about domestic violence. We talked about two bodies that cops found, all of which is fine, but so what? Yesterday, we found out the so what. O.J.'s blood, according to the cops, is at the crime scene. The victim's blood is at his house. We got the link that we had lacked at this point yesterday.
Jeez.
Now, the defense is going to try to say that this has all been a setup.
Right, and they're going to say that it's a mess and that no matter what Greg Matheson is saying on the witness stand, all the evidence was collected so badly that you can't try, it was such a mess when it was collected and stored that no matter what the tests find, it doesn't matter because the stuff was, was garbage in, garbage out is what Johnny Cochran has been saying like a political slogan. Wants people to believe that if it was garbage, that the collection was a garbage process, testing is going to be a garbage process, and certainly that's what they're going to beat up on this guy and say he certainly seems to be holding up better and seems to be a better witness than the previous two witnesses who have not been good for the state, Andrea Mazzola and Dennis Fong.
How about the jury? That apparently they're down to 5 alternates now?
5 alternates. We are definitely lurching dangerously close to a mistrial. They're saying that somebody did a little mathematics last night. I'm not sure this is true, but someone reported that at the average now is they're losing a juror every 16 days. You figure that we're, probably maybe halfway through this trial. At this pace, they're not going to make it.
Wow.
Now, someone said that if they get down to where they have one alternate left, that the only thing Ito can do is to unsequester the jury.
Right, and you know what? I've talked to some lawyers. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't pretend to be, but I've talked to a number of people, and they said that's never going to happen. A mistrial could happen, but I don't think he's going to suddenly let these jurors go home and say, "Okay, come back at 8 o'clock and we'll finish the trial."
Mm-hmm. If it's a mistrial, does O.J. walk?
No, the DA will turn around and file the charges again, and they'll start this process again. The DA has said he would do so. Mistrial allows them to go and try him again.
Unless it's a mistrial that's blamed on the prosecution.
Right, unless it's blamed on prosecutorial misconduct. And then he does walk.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you have you interviewed some of the ex-jurors or heard about them? Do you know how they would have voted at this time?
They all play it pretty fair, except the one who I think caused all the problem recently, Jeanette Harris. It seemed pretty cool. People have referred to her as the stealth juror. It seemed she was fair. It was fairly clear she was going to. She seemed to be very sympathetic to O.J. She said that the prosecution's case just didn't add up to anything, and when he talked about Johnny Cochran and O.J. Simpson, it was almost like she seemed like she was in almost awe of these guys. So, in her own words, it seemed fairly clear that she was very sympathetic to O.J. Simpson, but she's also the woman who apparently didn't tell the truth to get on the jury. So, a number of analysts have referred to her as the stealth juror, which seems to be a new phenomenon. People who have a fairly clear political agenda and want to get on a jury for whatever reason. She seemed to fall into that category.
The wedding video that you're showing on A Current Affair, what is the motivation behind the family giving that to you, do you think?
I think that the motivation is they're sick of people saying that Nicole was kind of a little tramp and a drug user. I think that, I've covered this now for about 10 months. Actually, I was there the morning they removed the bodies, and so we've all heard a lot about who and what Nicole was, and who and what O.J. was, and who and what Ron Goldman was. But I think that the family's feeling there's been enough kind of wrong, erroneous characterization of Nicole, and here for the first time we have a piece of video that it's her moving, talking, laughing, living. It's not some still photograph of her beat up or her, in some sexy dress. It's actually her living, and on the happiest day of her life, her wedding day. And I think they felt this shows the public who their daughter really was, who they want the public to remember. And so with the Browns' blessings, we are showing their wedding video. It's with some controversy because O.J.'s not very happy about it. But we felt that perhaps this is one that the Browns ought to have the final say in.
Well, it does make O.J. look good, though, also, in a way.
Oh, yeah, it's not like O.J. looks bad about it, and it is their wedding day, and one of the other reasons this video was interesting is because it's the one piece of video that has all the players. There's Al Cowlings partying hardy at this wedding. There's Marcus Allen. There's O.J. There's O.J.'s deceased father, who we don't hear much about. There is O.J.'s mother and his two children from his previous marriages, young kind of awkward teenagers. It's an interesting piece of video that suddenly has, they're rounded up. There's everybody who's played in or factored in the story.
Have you had much of a chance to talk to the family, to Nicole's family?
I had some interaction with them, and they're devastated. I think they're charming people, but they have suffered not only the loss of their daughter, which is a tragedy, and people who have had, been victimized around the country will know this, but then to have been caught up in this lunacy that is this trial and is this story has made it such that they have not been able to get on with their life because this story and the magnitude of this trial just won't allow it.
Do you know how they feel about the court proceedings? Do they talk to you about
I think that they're upset about it. And I think that they feel like that I am very frank. I can't, I hesitate to characterize. I think that they feel like it's been turned into the pursuit of justice has been turned into a mockery. And I think, again, in their case, they blame O.J. Simpson and his high-priced team of lawyers.
And they think O.J.'s guilty.
I haven't heard them say anything that would lead me to believe otherwise.
Right.
Well, we're talking with Mike Watkiss. Anything special that we should look forward to seeing you doing forthcoming on A Current Affair?
5 days in Oklahoma City, so we actually had a little diversion from O.J., which was fascinating to stand in front of that federal court building, or that federal office building. You see it on TV and you see it in the newspapers, but I have to confess, standing in front of that, it took my breath away for a minute. You have no idea the magnitude of that explosion until you stand in front of it. And so we're going to be covering that and certainly every development in O.J.'s trial.
All right.
Well, thanks a lot, Mike.
Nice to talk to you.
Always a
Appreciate
pleasure.
it.
We'll talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Mike Watkiss from A Current Affair. He's been at the on the O.J. case, as he indicated, since the bodies were lying on the ground. He was one of the first reporters there. We are going to get back to the news real quick with Christy Lee, and then we'll get back to sports with Gunner.
I just have one story. British TV viewers got a look at more than just weather maps during yesterday's This Morning program. A streaker was sunny side up, so to speak, during the weather report on ITV Network. Forecaster Fred Talbot usually gives his reports on a 50-foot wide map of Britain and Ireland afloat in the Liverpool docks. As Talbot was doing his live forecast yesterday, a nude man took a flying leap from the nearby docks and joined him on the floating map.
That is so great.
No charges have been filed, and I guess the quick-thinking weatherman handed the guy his clipboard to kind of cover up, so to speak.
Really?
Yeah.
Cloud cover over Florida.
He's trying to show how the weather back in the States.
As Bob said earlier, it's the one fad from the 70s we'd kind of like to see come back.
That's one thing, yeah.
Boy,
Don't
I
bring
remember
back disco.
We
but
would like to see more women streak, though.
back in the 70s
well,
at
and
the
there
Indianapolis
was.
500. Remember that year when they were all streaking right there in the first turn?
It was 1972, and here's what happened, Tom. The inner fence used to be somewhat flexible, meaning that and in general, they would keep people from pressing up against it because of the injury factor if you were one of the first people and people pressed up against it. But what several naked people did was backed into the fence, so all their backs were at the fence. When enough people got pushed up against the fence actually pushed to the ground, whereupon people turned around, scrambled, and started running naked in turn one.
Onto the track.
There were about 35 or 40 people, and about a third of them were female.
I remember that.
Oh, my.
naked.
Yes.
Naked.
On the track.
Speedway.
On the track. In the first turn.
Somebody has to
This
have
is
video
before
of
the
that.
race.
This was
1972
yes,
was during
it
a
was before
practice
the
day.
race.
Or probably
It was a
during
qualification
yeah,
day,
it was like
wasn't it?
like the second or third
And it was
qualification
kind of
day.
rainy that day, I think.
Yeah,
Wasn't a lot
very
going
gray
on.
day.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually happened to be in between turns 1 and 2 when it happened, and I just said to myself, I really love this place. I became a true race fan. I'd always enjoyed it up to that moment, but I became an avid race fan after that.
I can certainly understand why, Dick.
Thank you, Dick. We'll come back with more stuff. We've got the brand new Reggie song. We've got our Cash song coming up.
Oh, and sports.
Oh,
and
yeah.
sports. Thank you.
that
You're
much.
listening to Bob and Tom. WFBQ Indianapolis, Q95.
We got race tickets 9 to 5 coming up. We got race tickets this hour on Q95. Pat, a quick forecast?
Well, we've had a hard time warming things up here. Today will be in the 60s. We have some sunshine out. We'll cloud up, though, later today. Rain moves in tonight, overnight, and tomorrow only in the 50s. So it'll be kind of a cool start as we head
Okay.
into the weekend.
This is the Bob and Tom show, and we were a little bit delayed this morning. I have one reason for the delay.
Help things up a bit.
Some guy named Bob, who apparently was leading the pack down in Atlanta, the big party.
He's a very talented man.
Oh, yeah. What's he look like? Is he a big guy or what?
Yeah, middle-aged and just a husky guy,
Yeah.
strong-looking guy.
Beard or mustache or anything?
No facial hair.
No facial hair. Okay.
No, man.
Sounds like a burly man, doesn't he?
Great game in Atlanta, though, last night.
A lot of fun.
Did you see it?
He missed most of it, but
I told you I was honing my motor skills. Reggie, R-E-G-G-I-E. Reggie.
you're practicing this one on the bus.
From the top of the key.
Yes, sir. R-E-G-G-I-E.
and he's getting hot, putting on a show with his 3-point shot. R-E-G-G-I-E, Reggie. Talking trash and playing some D. R-E-G-G-I-E, Reggie.
Gives it up to Jackson. Jackson to the right wing. Here's Reggie. Boom, baby, Reggie! Jackson to the attack. Laylock plays him with the left forearm on top. Jackson bouncing it, sends it to the wing. Here's Reggie. Boom, baby! Boy, right at the right time. Right when they're... Jackson scoots to the front court, and here it comes off the rim from three-point range. He got his own. Here's Reggie. Boom, baby, Red!
What do you guys like best about Atlanta?
Another stellar interview from Gunner.
That gets it done for me.
Reggie.
What would be great is to have him during the playoff series, and when the Pacers do win their playoff games, just at the end, instead of going, and that's it, Pacers win, just have him just do a huge...
You can't do that very much, I wouldn't think. One time would probably
just give him a megaphone and put him in one end of the court.
Well, good morning, everybody. Indeed, at the Omni last night in Atlanta, it was Reggie all over the place. 32 points. He even helped me put some onions on my hot dog when I was having that motor skill problem near the end of the game.
You do shoot him from 18?
He was everywhere. Final score, Pacers 105, Hawks 89 in impressive fashion. The Pacers will go on to play New York or Cleveland in the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference playoffs.
We do have some audio from Reggie.
We took the attitude that we were down and we were behind. We were 0-2 in the series, and we wanted to come out and play good defense. They got off to a hot start, and we did a good job of letting our defense really take over the game for us, especially in the second half.
Reggie with 32 points last night in Atlanta.
He does raise a good point. As the team played so well adjusting to the Hawks, because the Hawks weren't ready to lay down at all.
No, they came out
They played
early.
a great game.
Yes, they did.
7-0 to start. I was going, ooh.
Played a great game till the third quarter.
Then they
started playing a
20.
shoddy
Things
flip
happen.
shot game.
They shot 28%.
That's right about when you passed out, wasn't it, Gutter?
That's about when I was on national TV with my arm around another woman. That's just about when that
Don't
was
worry
good.
about that.
Yeah, no
That
problem.
will never harm your marriage.
It won't bother me.
That will only serve to enhance your marriage.
At least you weren't in 251.
Yeah,
Could have been worse.
That ruined a few new marriages, I think. Man.
Well, thank God the in-laws were watching.
It was like a milk
Hey,
bladder.
that's my son-in-law with. Who's that?
Does that say Hooters?
And I did get the chunky waitress at Hooters, Dick, the one who always has the veins in her.
You told me about that. I heard that. That you're not supposed to look that closely, okay?
God.
What?
At the Hooters there?
You're not supposed to
I
look
think
at
I saw which one you
You're
mean,
not
though.
supposed to look to see
Pat
whether they
knows
have
what I'm talking
veins
about.
or not.
I saw which
I
one he's
know.
talking about.
Did she have a big blue veiner in there?
Look that
Look, our waitress has blue veins.
That's when you order milk from the tap. And wings, please. Hold on. Morning, Bob and Tom show.
Bob and Tom,
Yes.
I'm the waitress from Hooters.
This is Hooters.
Vessel.
Hooters in
Hooters in
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Yes, Rosie Vessel is my name.
Rosie Vessel.
Well, Rosie, it's nice to see you.
Sorry, Rosie.
I can't believe that man was so rude to me.
Would that be the Foghorn guy, or was it our own Dave Gunn?
The redhead?
Oh, the one that kept telling every girl in the place he worked on the radio and it did out.
That'd probably be David.
That would have been Dave
That'd
Gunn.
probably be Bob.
Kind of looked like Shaggy. From the TV cartoon.
I don't know, kind of reddish hair.
That's him.
That's him.
Kept using the line, ever kiss a redhead.
Actually, my line when I'm in a bar is, who's going to screw the married guy?
Oh, now that's really. See, we try to
That's
help
the
you
line that
out
I
with
like
your
to
marriage,
use.
and what do? You
What's
blow it.
Irish in you?
Yeah, that one.
Like we haven't heard that one before.
I'm sorry about that vain comment, Rosie.
Well, I'm preparing my discrimination lawsuit against my employer. I'll just include your name in.
Oh, fine. Thanks for calling, Rosie.
I think we owe them a jukebox, too, or someone does.
We don't.
We don't. I would really keep that down.
Yeah, we don't.
You may have a pretty good case. I don't know. I mean, if you're in a court of law and you walk up and what's the name of your establishment?
Hooters.
Hooters. Mm-hmm. I see. And we're opening up a new place. It's called Schlong's.
Home of the footlong.
Nobody's ever thought of that, Bob.
Come to Schlong's. We have a little dachshund as our mascot because I know Hooters has the owl thing going.
Maybe they should have Dikembe Mutombo.
We're opening another place that's just serving rooster wings.
Really? I don't even want to know what that's called.
What is
Oh, no.
Rooster wings?
No.
Sorry.
it? What is it?
See ya. Bye, Rosie.
They,
Been a pleasure.
their logo has a picture of a deceased actor whose first name is Wally.
It's called Peepers.
Fine.
Peepers.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so
Anything else
much.
happen in the NBA last night?
Nothing.
Sure. Some other action around the NBA. Chicago has taken a 2-1 series lead by mauling Charlotte 103-80. Michael Jordan 25 points at the United Center. San Antonio wrapped up their series against the Denver Nuggets 3-0. The Spurs 99, the Nuggets 95, and the Phoenix Suns also swept their series through. Just have a little brain fade in the middle of the sportscast. Don't worry
Barkley
about it.
plays for
All right.
them.
Yeah, that guy, Charles Barkley, 47 points as they sweep the Portland Trailblazers.
Did see Jeff George at the game.
Yeah, you did see him, didn't you?
Sitting
Gunnar?
next to a girl who looked a lot like you, Pat, from across the court.
I'm sure he wasn't with her because.
Well, he was
That
sitting
wasn't
next to
his-
her at the game. That's all I know.
Probably just chatting her up.
Yeah, probably. Hey, you know, I
they were
play
just
football.
friends.
I'm sure they were just friends. I don't know who they were. They just happened to be sitting
And
by
I
each
have
other.
to tell you,
Who wants to screw the football guy?
He's yelling something like that.
He
Bob.
screwed our whole town with his pants on.
I love the fact that Atlanta hates him now.
I know
It's
they
just-
do. Isn't that
It's just
great?
this guy has the charisma of like a
Nothing.
garden
And
snail.
he's so
yes.
stuffy. He had on a white shirt that was buttoned really,
Oh,
really tight.
Dick, it was hysterical because I was out getting a beer and he was getting a beer and I saw him and I go running over and as soon as he saw the Bob and Tom mic flag,
Yeah.
he just clammed up. And I followed him. I go, hey, give a hello to Bob and Tom. Give a hello. Come on, Jeff. Give us a hello.
He did. He chased him down.
I ran after him.
You guys hadn't heard this one yet?
And you know that when he went home that night, he is telling a bitter tale to his golf buddies this morning. I left that town. That Bob and Tom, they reamed me. And
Don't they know I'm Joe Montana? Can't they see this Super Bowl ring?
then one of their minions.
Okay, so I'm below 500 in my career, okay?
Then one of their
It's always someone else's fault when you're Jeff.
then one of their little minions was following me around at the stadium.
Just give a hello to Bob and Tom.
Who was
Come
the Bob
on.
and Tom mule with the
He
microphone?
wouldn't even stop to say hello.
Being Jeff George means never having to say you're sorry.
But it was great because all the Pacers fans, they saw me doing it and they started following after. You know, and there was a big group of us
That's where we recorded this.
and they started chanting this. And then a guy from Atlanta in the background yells, "Take him back with you."
Yeah. Take him home.
It was rabid.
What a great commercial for ATA. Next day trip, it's going to be a sellout.
Oh,
like
man.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody had fun. I mean, that's probably the best part of the ATA day trip is you can actually go down there, have all the fun you want.
Oh, yeah.
And Captain Johnson does the flying.
Yeah, that's true.
You're doing the soaring, he's doing the flying.
I just wish that they
Mine
could,
does.
wish
You know,
they could do one to New York, but they can't get any tickets.
No, they can't get any tickets. I'll tell you what, though, in all seriousness, those ladies and gentlemen who work for ATA did a hell of a job getting 1,000 people down
I'll bet.
there.
Oh, yeah.
We had no
really
one. I
did.
don't think they lost
I
anybody.
saw the
They
thing
worked
on the-
really hard.
That's the thing in the TV where they were putting a gunner in the cage and having the crane load him into the back of the plane.
Rounding up people like Gunner.
Looked like the
is
scene in the movie
Yes.
King Kong where they're unloading him from the boat.
"'Twas beauty kills the beast."
There's Kong. I have to apologize for today's show. This is the worst show I've ever had.
There was a great scene at the airport last night in Atlanta. Did anybody see this where the guys were running up the down escalator? Did you check this out?
I didn't see that.
That's always fun.
And they were drawn. Not only that, but the guys that had made it were cheering their one buddy on who was really intoxicated, who couldn't quite get up to the top, and he kept falling back down. And he'd try again, and they go, "Come on, you
And the
can
best
do it."
part is that's not dangerous at all.
Oh, no.
You know what his fraternity nickname is now?
What?
Brother Suture. Yeah, he's the guy.
Yeah, that was
Hangover
really
and the
fun.
stitches. God, I'm so glad I watched that on TV at home with my kids drinking some decaf coffee. By the way, I am starting a new program. As you know, I'm not a real big Dick Nixon fan.
Oh, we know that.
Hey.
Hey. Well, the other Dick Nixon.
Well, someone
The dead one.
someone faxed us the Dick Nixon snap, the Dick Nixon stand.
Oh boy.
The front cover.
This is what it looks like.
Okay, sure.
I think that we should start a protest and
Why?
It's not a bad photo of the old Dickster.
Now,
Well,
is it a photo or
I have an idea. Yeah.
as someone who's going to be mailing a lot of letters with the 32-cent stamp, I don't want to really be supporting the Dick Nixon stamp, so I'm starting the I Won't Lick Dick and you can join the I Won't Lick Dick Club. Anybody else want to join?
Yeah, I do.
Me in a heartbeat.
Gunner?
My wife's been in the club for a while.
Well, and
You just keep digging that hole a little bigger.
And now she's the president.
in the I Won't Lick Dick Club. By the way, in our offices, there's a picture of Pat with a circle and a line through it.
All right.
Pat Nixon.
Shut up. Yeah, Pat Nixon's what I meant.
I'm sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Pat Nixon.
So, if you want to join the Dick Nixon anti-stamp I Won't Lick Dick Club, please. I think we should get some T-shirts.
I won't lick dick.
Yeah, I think we get the Nixon stamp with a thing through it and say I won't lick dick. I think that.
And make sure it's the
Can
postage
you do that
stamp is
apology
clearly-
for the show again right here, please?
I already said it was the worst show I've ever had.
Thank you.
That helps make it a little better.
Let me just
Actually,
go
can
on
I just say
record.
one thing?
just-
Our
yes.
show today has been more entertaining than every Colts game Jeff Jordan played.
That's very true.
That is
And fans spent millions of dollars to go see Jeff, and this
We're
show's
free.
free. I'm sorry, Ed.
Let me just go on record saying this is the Bob and Tom White album show, okay?
Turn me on, dead man. That would be you, Gunner.
That new quarterback's over at the Colts complex shaking in his boots right now going, oh, God, I hope they like me.
Well, I'm sorry. No. Are we done with sports, I hope?
We
We
can
haven't even
be.
done anything.
We haven't done sports.
Hey, there's some Canadian hockey teams that may come back to the States.
Okay,
that's
fine.
big.
Sports brought to you by.
Let them stay up in Canada.
What's this?
This is my special sports clothes.
Oh, okay. We
That's
have
for the
another one.
clothes
What
of
are
the
these?
sports.
Are those real things, or is that more fun from the trip?
It's just
Nah.
Here we go. This
Wait.
is the sports clause.
This is the sports
We're going to do
clothes.
sponsorship first?
Thank you,
Were you chugging there?
people.
I got to find out what
when you
that guy
walked
does
in.
for a living.
I do
I know,
too.
it was-
Could we got his number.
Call him up.
I love the fact that nothing was overmodulated.
Like I
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I will.
He was watching.
nothing was
He was
distorted.
watching his levels.
I'll go off the air for a week if
right.
this guy's a physician. I'll just leave right now. Give the guy a ring.
There's
in
a
the
home and
meantime,
an office number.
Well, should I try the office? Do
Yeah.
I
That's
dare?
right, because we want to see what
ahead.
kind of office.
Give
it
a little
is.
buzz.
well, you better do it off the air for legal reasons.
You do that, I'll be right back.
Sports sponsored?
It sure is by the good folks at Chuck Callahan Ford. You know, when you look at the high price of some new cars, maybe you're thinking about going used. At Chuck Callahan Ford, Jim Callahan only takes the pick of the litter, such as these: a red T-Bird Super Coupe Power Roof, $18,995, 92 Mustang GT convertible with leather interior, $16,995.
Hey, what's going on in here?
There is
Nothing.
there is a little stain.
missed a
Did you
thing.
call already?
There's a little tiny stain in the back seat of that convertible, Tom. But that's all right. It's gonna be okay.
Don't be alarmed.
Don't be alarmed. that still may come out. Little Bon Ami.
But they'll never make the new stamp club I just started.
Continue with the commercial.
Okay,
Please,
go
Dick.
I even want to ask.
They have so many great used cars. You owe it to yourself to head on down to Chuck Callahan. And as Mr. C always says,
if it's not a Chuck Callahan Ford prize, then you really don't have a prize.
Chuck, you
what
party
Chuck
man. In fact, every time they ring up a new car sale, that guy goes out there.
Surf's up.
I like it.
Chuck, we sold a Mustang.
This is the worst noise possible.
By the way, we're about to. Technically, on this show, we're about to lap ourselves.
Oh, really?
Now you know how Dick Simon used to feel in the race.
I'm not sure we've ever done it, but
No, we're doing okay.
I mean, technically, this should be the end of the entertainment news.
Right, and we haven't even gotten
So
to the...
we're 7 minutes away from lapping our own show. So our motto is... Our motto is...
Dick.
The last remnant of the once renowned East German State Circus closed on Monday, leaving various circus animals to Germany's government. The circus closed after drawing few spectators on its last tour of Germany. 5 donkeys, 2 camels, 2 elephants, 5 lion cubs, don't know what happened to their mom, and an ostrich will be left to the government.
Well, that's a hell of a circus.
Yeah.
The government gets all these animals?
Yep.
5 donkeys?
I don't know. We got the list there. Let me see.
Let's see. I'll hear it. Okay. 2 camels, 2 elephants, 5 lion cubs, an ostrich. Mm-hmm. And this is the government of the former East Germany.
Right. So now it's just the German government's problem.
Well, if their government's anything like ours, 5 more asses won't be noticed.
They'll fit right in.
You bet.
Blend in.
Hey, come on, we got things for you.
Here, get
Come
these
on in
guys
and
a
vote on
desk.
this.
Hey, I got a fax here.
Uh-huh.
While we try to get Auga Man on the phone. Thanks, Christy. It says, Dear Bob and Tom, your TV commercial was shown on ESPN at 6:58 this morning.
Oh.
Dear Bob and Tom, your commercial was shown on ESPN. A bunch of people saw it. Now, we were told yesterday that our spot had been pulled from the cable stations, too. Our new baseball commercial.
Which is so nice.
Here's a guy. Oh, this is great. Dear Bob, my 11-year-old son was watching some cartoons this morning and the station ran your commercial.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. See, my son was watching cartoons and he saw it too. He was very impressed, but he didn't get it. Anyway, so maybe it's going to survive. We did a censored version of the commercial. Have you seen it yet, Pat? Did you
Did
you take the censored version down to your people at Channel
you have
13?
a censored version?
Yes, we made it just for you so you could show it on your What's the Buzz
let me
show.
see it. We can show that. I just had trouble
It's a lot
getting...
funnier than most of your recent What's the Buzz
I
shows.
did.
I did enjoy
a
your
little
What's the
sour
Length
about what's the what?
Remember your one show, the What's the Length show?
I didn't do that.
I missed that one.
Oh, it was very nice.
That never happened. All right, show
So
me
you're
the
not going
censored
to you won't do a feature on my new club,
No,
the Anti-Nixon Stamp Club?
I won't lick
the,
Dick.
The things that you guys did.
I think the I Won't Lick
to
Dick
reword
Club.
things for.
It's a stamp.
It's a stamp. You lick a stamp, and now the new stamp is.
You come out with a
A
T-shirt with that on it, and we'll put you on What's the Buzz.
You will?
I just want to tell you, there's a citizen in our country that is fed up with licking the back of postage stamps, and you won't feature that little show
See that? That's
right
the
here in the
thing.
heartland.
See,
you won't
now,
feature that.
They
That's
do have
Buzz.
those new. They do have the new pre-stuck or pre-stickum
Right.
stamps,
Yeah, those are hard to get.
which I love.
I do too.
Except they never have good stamps on them. They always
Hey.
have crummy stamps.
Guess what?
Oh, do we have what's his face on the phone?
I got Bob. Bob's on the phone.
Is it Bob or
Bob?
Bob. Bob.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing, Gunner?
How are you doing, Bob?
I think you lapped yourself about 8:15.
Hey, Bob. Now, is it in fact Bob?
Yeah, you bet. It's not Bill.
Okay. Now, are we using your real last name, or are we just going to keep that quiet?
No, my name's Smith.
Okay.
Okay, Bob Smith.
Now, Bob.
How's howdy doody?
I was on the bus with Carlini coming from the airport. I can't believe she didn't remember that.
Oh,
You
really?
didn't have the same sounds, I guess, on the bus.
Bob, I wish you could have seen Pat's face when you said that. She's thinking, oh, my God, what am I doing? Now, Bob, for those that are not familiar with you, I'm going to play a little bit of your work here.
I've
this is.
do it all morning.
Do you call this the foghorn?
My phone has been ringing out the hook.
So your friends recognize you.
Absolutely.
You're in demand.
Here we go. Okay, now, Bob.
How do you do that?
Bravo,
Bob, I know it's early in the morning. Now, can you do it over the phone? Does it actually work?
Oh, there's no way my voice is going to do that this morning.
Listen to it.
I knew you'd have the.
You know, I'm no physician, Bob, but I would imagine that
Nor
going
am I, by the way.
Oh, good.
going
I was a proctologist until yesterday.
going auga like that will rip your vocal cords. I'm imagining something like that's happening.
Yep.
So,
It saved
Bob,
all the ships in the harbor.
Bob, what we'd like you to do is can you get the day off or the afternoon off on Carb Day, and we'll have you join our band on stage and do a live foghorn for us.
As long as you don't mention my company.
Okay.
This could be fun.
we have time now. We could actually write a foghorn song for Bob.
I was thinking we could have him come in on Red in the
on
Head.
that one right away.
On Red in the Head.
Are you in security or something, Bob?
No, not quite.
What is? Can you discuss the nature
I'm
of your?
into job security right now.
I see. Your boss won't identify you, Willie.
No, she.
She. Oh, okay.
Did you call in sick yesterday? Or did you tell her you were going to the
They
patient?
knew I was there.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm glad.
Is this something you've
I
done?
actually do legitimate work, so that's the scary part.
Yeah, it is.
Is this something you do at the company picnic? This foghorn thing?
Like that. Now, you got to admit, that was fun yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, it was great fun.
Particularly Jeff George sucks.
See, that was great.
He was one of those.
See,
huh?
everybody said that.
Hey,
my.
did you let the tattoo man write all over you?
No way.
Yeah, see, that's a
should see
good
what
sign.
Gunner
Good sign.
What on
Yes.
earth was that? I just let a guy with a black marker have his way with me. Now that's weird.
Now, for 2.5 hours, I'm curious, Gunner, are you still wearing that shirt?
He's whatever. I think he's still wearing whatever. What shirt was it?
Well, remember the one yesterday you guys gave me grief for? Everyone by consensus thought it was a lovely shirt.
They were drunk.
Of course they did. Yeah, that's true.
You're buying them beers. What are they going to say? Hey, what a stupid shirt. Why do you got a hood on a shirt? Are you nuts? Mr. Grunge? You go to Seattle to get that thing? Where do you buy stuff like that?
I tell you, though, I know for a fact he didn't pay for any booze.
That's what he told us already.
Did you pay for any?
I got quite a few free ones, I'll tell you that.
Just hanging out with
It was a
Gunner.
very jovial crowd.
I guess.
See, Bob, I was just going table to table saying, hey, order a couple pitchers. I'll pay for them. And then I'd just leave. And then I'd come back after they'd been paid for.
Nice guy.
Special.
Yeah, remind me to invite you over from now on.
Now, Bob, without asking the name of your company, can we ask just the nature of your business?
I work for a real estate developer.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
do you have to do anything today specific? Can you sit around the office and pretend you're working at the computer or something today?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
What sound do you make when you close a sale?
Well, if I could do it, I would tell you.
I'm sure you would. Well, Bob, thanks for calling, and we'll. Keep
I got
in touch.
one more question for him. Hello, Bob.
Yeah.
Hello. Wait, I'm having a technical problem.
It's all right.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Great to
Bob.
watch.
Bob, are you still okay? Now, I want to hear the sound one more time here. I got to hear. Now,
my
That
God,
is so funny.
Gunner,
be human.
Gunner may have confused you with a number of other drunks, and now he indicated that at one point I guess there was like a melancholy moment in the afternoon.
I don't remember any of those.
Okay, he indicated that you said that you were having trouble meeting ladies.
Now we're sharing too much, aren't we, Bob?
Definitely going to have a problem.
Now,
I don't know why.
so I assume you're a single guy then, Bob?
Yes.
Okay, or if you are
He is now.
So I'm thinking that
Call him a wildemoose.
I'm thinking that auga thing, that foghorn sound would turn the chicks on. Did that work for you? Did you meet some babes yesterday?
Oh, once in a while.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you like that waitress with the veiny hooters? Wasn't that funny?
Oh,
guy.
Who you were talking about when you said that?
See, he knows. He was there.
She was very vain.
She was very vascular.
vain, yes.
She was very vascular.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was very vain, as in vascular. That paints such a nice picture.
God, it sure does. Oh, man. Was her name Vera? As in Coast? I'm sorry.
Well, so Bob, we're going to see if you get that afternoon off. We'll be doing the what day's carb day? You have
It's the 25th of May. 25th, and we'll be downtown with a free concert, and
we'll lube you up with a few buds.
Yeah, you're going to have to do that. Maybe some honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the other thing he kept talking about. He goes, I'd do a really great Tarzan if I could get some honey.
Those Tarzan.
Well, this could be the Bob show. All right, so
let's write him a song.
I'll work on the Tarzan. I tell you, that's my favorite, but it's a little tough to do.
Okay. Now, how old of a guy are you, Bob?
45.
Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on a second. Can you?
I'm immature for my age.
Okay. Can you hang on the phone for just a second, Bob? Can you put Bob on hold?
all right, don't go anywhere, Bob.
Okay.
right.
And listen,
All right.
listen, Bob, because we've got something
Hold
for
on.
you here.
Hello, this is the Bob and Tom Show. Who's this?
This is Donna.
Now,
Hi, Donna. How are you?
I understand. I've been shown a note that says, Donna, you're interested in going out with Bob.
No, I wanted to meet Foghorn Bob. I love that.
Okay.
That's who we're talking about.
We have Foghorn Bob on the phone with us right now. Do you, look, can you
I would love to go out with him.
can you put him on the phone here?
Oh, yeah. Let me see. Let me lock her in there.
Chuck Woolery
Hey, Bob.
has entered the room.
Bob?
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is a love connection here. We have a gal who wants to go out with you.
Yeah, great.
Can we set you up?
Donna?
Yes.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Donna, do you make any unusual noises?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But I'm fascinated. I would love to see. Since I didn't get to see that yesterday, I would love to see it in person.
You want a private showing?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell
About the love connection.
you, we'll put you two lovebirds on hold.
And Tom,
Yeah?
I got to tell you, you once read my personal ad on the air in the Indianapolis Magazine.
Oh, wait a
really?
minute. Donna may change her mind. What did the personal ad say?
Oh, hell, I'm a nice guy, and I have no problem with that. But it is kind of funny because these guys, I'm going down the interstate one day, and I'm listening to my ad in Indianapolis Magazine or whatever it was called.
Oh, what did the personal ad say?
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
It must have had something pretty witty. Did it say something about...
Oh, it was funny.
Okay.
You can't take love seriously, obviously.
Get naked with the Foghorn Man. That's
right.
probably what it said.
Well, listen, I think
Actually, I have a very nice voice when it works.
I'll bet.
you do have a nice speaking voice.
Well, maybe we'll put you on hold, and you and Donna can exchange numbers and maybe get together, all right?
Oh, God.
Let's hear that sound one more time.
Come on.
I can't wait to see the made-for-TV movie.
can't
That's
either.
Donna, here he is, Donna.
Listen, Donna.
In the throes of ecstasy.
He's coming home.
Incoming.
You are listening to Bob and Tom.
Go ahead. Make my May. It happens every day, every hour, 9 to 5 on Q95. Just be caller number 9 right now at 239-1095 and pick up yet another Q95 Budweiser track pack from the greatest spectacle in radio, Q9500.
We got 2 tickets to the sold out Indy 500 and 2 Kroger box lunches. Be our 9th caller at 239-1095. Auga.
Mark your calendar with a big...
Debbie Lewis. She was our 9th caller. Debbie's going to the race on us and Budweiser. It's a track pack plus 2 Kroger box lunches. Be listening 9 to 5 every day because we've got tickets to give away to the greatest spectacle in racing.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning.
The human...
I'm saying.
Auga.
Oh, you want to hear him again?
I haven't heard much of that all morning.
He's a star.
He's back. Okay.
Now, I mean, there's the tradition of the guy that does Are You Ready to Rumble?
Mm-hmm.
This needs to be the local.
The
version
local?
of that.
Are you ready to...
It's time to...
Rumble!
I mean, because, you just kind of... Last year it was a Boom Baby thing, and that's obviously carrying over this year. But I think this is the rallying cry of the Pacers.
It's a little hard for the normal fan to do, though.
Yeah, it really is.
Now, Mark, you want to get this guy on TV?
Yes.
See, he's going to have to rest his voice for a while.
Yeah, he is.
He really stretches.
We just talked with him, and he's a little hoarse.
Mark and I have an idea for something. Maybe we can include him in that thing we talked about earlier.
Good.
It's kind of a little sneaky thing we're going to do.
By the way, talking about the playoffs, tickets for home playoff games D and E go on sale at 10 a.m. this morning at the Market Square Arena box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. At Market Square, they will have the lottery system in place. You are limited to 4 tickets per person per game. That's home playoff
Is that
games.
where you're going, Mark?
D
I'm
and
going to be
E.
hosting the lottery down at the Pacer office. All right, here we go.
Here we
Which
go.
number would you like? I'll take aisle 3, row double A.
That's not exactly what I meant. You know what I
You
mean.
mean I'll Earnhardt?
I'll Earnhardt.
Yes.
But actually, the next home game will be, follow along, Game C. But those tickets had already gone on sale, and there are just a few single tickets left for that game if you'd like to inquire.
Okay.
But these are the next
And that'll
two.
be Tuesday?
Well,
Gosh, it might start. It depends on when the series starts. It could start as early as Saturday. I think the likely scenario would be, and this is if New York wins Thursday, which is probable, then Sunday, because I would think NBC would want this as their big television game.
Well, they still
for Sunday.
I thought they had to wait till all the other teams were finished with their 5-game series before they started.
No,
They don't.
No.
Okay.
They can start. So
What does the team do when they have this kind of time off? Do they
rest.
play golf.
Do they obviously
Rest,
do some practicing?
Watch a little film.
Yeah, they're going to practice. They'll have fairly difficult practices, but this time of year they try and have less difficult
Excuse me, I
practices.
feel like
What the heck was that?
Are we on the TV show Topper? A door just
Marlene is here.
a door just opened and nobody walked in.
The
Dean
door to
did
the
that.
studio doesn't close.
So Dean just flipped it open to close
Unless
it.
you really open it wide.
I just was like,
don't close.
we're watching The Invisible Man. There, it's doing it again. See,
Well,
Marilyn-
Marilyn has been showing me some mental gymnastics, and I was just trying them out.
I'm sorry, cut that out. I'm
I
sorry,
mean, it was
Mark,
just
interrupt.
last night that I was at the airport, and my truck turned into a motel. But you know,
How about that?
oh,
But you know.
So, does Larry Brown have a particular thing that he feels as a coach to do when you have this kind of a layoff? Does he believe in hard workouts or easy workouts? Do you know?
well, I'm not sure. I think he's changed that from year to year. I know last year they practiced fairly hard after sweeping Orlando in the first round, and I would think and again, it's going to depend on how many days they have until they play again on what he plans to do. I would assume today they'd have a fairly light workout following the sweep and knowing that they don't have to play for at least a couple of days.
Be nice to rest those legs.
I was just really impressed being at the airport last night. Number one, by all the people that turned out. But number two, everybody's attitude that I talked to, and especially Mark Jackson, he and Antonio Davis came over and talked to the fans and just showed a lot of class in doing that and said thanks a lot for doing that. And on behalf of the rest of the players, we appreciate you coming out. But they were just adamant that this is just a small first step, and we appreciate your support, but we want you for every step of the way because our goal is to win it all.
Right.
Well, let's get some entertainment news quickly from Christy, and then we'll get back to Mark Patrick. Christy?
Well, let's try that again. Last night's edition of Extra claims that Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley may be having a baby. The show cited a recent quote from Lisa Marie, who said, Michael, as well as myself, have been severely underestimated as human beings. I can't wait for the day when all the snakes who have tried to take him out crawl back into the holes from which they came. We know